Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Danish Hakim bin Muhammad Hamizi, and my matrix number is 2023 160 and 431, and this is my group partner, which is
Renat Diana bin Zaza. My matrix number is 2023 4125.
Today we are going to present about bad design versus good design, and 5 examples we can learn from. So next we move on to the next slide. We have introduction. So product design is a multi-phase process that begins with market research and ideation to identify needs and generate concept. To produce a successful product, factors including cost management, sustainability, aesthetic, and user-centered design are balanced throughout the process. Next, we have definition of design. Design is the process of envisioning and planning the creation of object, system, or structures with the aim of achieving specific goals or solving particular problems. It involves a combination of creativity, functionality, and aesthetic, often integrating consideration from various fields such as art, engineering, and human psychology.
The next slide is definition of smartphone. A smartphone is a mobile phone that has evolved beyond traditional culturized phone. It includes advanced factors that invents its functional. One of the key characteristics of the smartphone is a ability to connect to internet, allowing users to access various online service and application. And what is a smartphone design? Smartphone design has evolved to enhance user experience and communicate emerging technology. Key trends include learn, minimize, based on nodes, design multiply for version to definite, and the removal of bezel and nodes turns whole patch in display and mechanical camera system. So the next slide is assessing a good design. Assessing a good design involves consider several key factors. A functionality: does a design meet the intended purpose and solve the problem effectively? The usability: is a design intuitive and easy to use? Does it approve experience? The aesthetic: is a design visual appealing? Does it converse the desired tone and style? Consistency: are the elements of the design consistent? Turns out provide the cohesive look and feel. Accessibility: is a design accessible to all use, including those with disabilities? Sustainability: does a design consider environmental impact and use resources responsibly? Innovation: does a design incorporate new ideas or approaches that add value? Feedback: has a design been tested which is used to gather feedback and improve upon it?
So for the next slide is assessing a bad design. Assessing a bad design involves considering several key factors, which is usability issue, which is complexity, accessibility and feedback. Next we have aesthetic, which is clutter and inconsistency. Next we have functionality, which is incomplete features and broken elements. Next we have performance, which is speed and responsive. Next we have user feedback, which is negative reviews and low engagement. Next we have purpose and goals, which is misalignment and confusing navigation. And lastly we have emotional impact, which is user frustration and lack of trust.
The next slide is a characteristic of a good design versus bad design in smartphone. A good design's user experience can be greatly improved by a good design, but poor design can cause annoyance and inefficiency. The following set excellent smartphone design apart from poor design: user-friendly interface, intuitive navigation, consistent design language, responsive and smooth, aesthetic and build quality, premium material, elegant design, ergonomic, functionality and features, useful features, high performance, long battery life. The next, durability and reliability, accessibility, stable, defendable software, and last is accessibility, inclusive design, customization.
So the next slide is a bad design. First is confusing interface, which is complex navigation, inconsistent element, and laggy and unresponsive. Next you have aesthetic and build quality, which is cheap materials, unattractive design, and poor ergonomy. Next we have lack of functionality, which is unnecessary features, poor performance, and short battery life. Next we have lack of durability, which is fragile build and unreliable software. And lastly we have accessibility issues, which is exclusive design and limited customization. So in the next slide we have move on to the main point, which is 5 good and bad design. So the first bad design, which is Samsung Galaxy S8. So the manufacturer is Samsung, smartphone model is Samsung Galaxy S8. The designer is Hyun-Shin Park, Hyuk-Soo Choi, Yoon-Jin Kim, Hye-Jin Bang, and Hwan-Ju Jeon. So the bad design is this smartphone has a noticeable placement design flaw due to the fingerprint sensors proximity to the camera. Users attempt to unlock their phones frequently result in the camera lens becomes smudged. So next we have a user review from Amazon who named Anthony Hayes, said that the quality is awesome, battery life is great, and curved edge screen make it great at handling the phone. It brands tell you already the security, lock and memory is spot on. Charge was fast and I was skeptical, and this was my first phone purchase on Amazon, but very happy.
The next slide is bad design 2. Manufacturing Nokia. Smartphone model Nokia 7600. Designer nuisance. The bad design, which is the distinctive teardrop shape, interchangeable cover. The phone was primarily targeted toward the fashion market. It was a heavy, difficult to handle, and impractical to text, which one hand only. User review in the website GSM Arena, and the username is no time to for crap. Say that what a crap ugly phone in terms of the design and performance. We back to the stone age. Whoever designed it, people go back to the brick factory and style there. The next slide is a good design one. Manufacturing's Apple smartphone model is iPhone X. Main designer is Mikey Cable. A good design. The overall iOS design has become more straightforward. K-movie design and a digital design intended to resemble the real thing have, with less complexity and broader color. Design are easier on the eyes and stand out in a simpler, neater way, easier to see than overly complicated or complex.
So the next slide is good design number 2. So the manufacturer is Samsung. The smartphone model is Samsung S23 Ultra. The designer is the company does not typically highlight individual designer, so we doesn't know who is the specific designer for this model. So the good design in this model is the S23 Ultra, flatter sides and slightly curved screen make it more comfortable phone to handle and reducing the chance of accidental touch.
So the next slide is a good design 3. Manufacturing OnePlus smartphone model OnePlus 11. Their designer their designer is specifically individual designer often not to publish credited good designers. The OnePlus 11 smartphone has a glass shell and has a phone corner design to eliminate bump on the phone and offer a comfortable and ergonomic grip during use.
So the next slide is what is smartphone good design reflection on my daily life. Here is some key reflection on the design and use of smartphones. First is mobile UX. Smartphones have specific design constraints such as small screen, short session, and touch interaction. Good mobile design should reflect this constraint to ensure a seamless user experience. The second one is advantages. Smartphones offer numerous advantages such as convenience, portability, and access to various services. They have transformed the way we live, work, and interact with each other.
So The next slide is mentor of smartphone design. 2011 Apple Legends shares a design of officials is celebrated for the iconic minimalist design of a popular Apple device. For the performance, his performance and at- attention to detail, even emphasizing simplicity and use friendliness. In his design, he designed a special limited edition cover to wallpaper magazine, featuring a rainbow-inspired Apple logo and the new Apple Park building. Event design philosophy design philosophy involves defining a product main function and creating design that support it. Star forwardly reply on close collaboration with Apple design teams. His work on products like an iPad and iPhone showcase his ability to seamlessly integrate technology into everyday life.
So lastly, we have conclusion. Designing a smartphone is a complex process requiring a balance of efficiency, user experience, and innovation. These devices are essential tools in daily life, needing intuitive interfaces that adapt to user needs. Designers must prioritize productivity, collaboration, and enjoyment while ensuring speed and simplicity on small screen. Key factors include battery life, privacy, security, and accessibility. So the future design should integrate advanced technologies like biometric and augmented reality, aiming to enhance everyday life. By understanding evolving needs and technology, designers can innovate and ensure smartphones remain indispensable in our interconnected world. So we have reached at the end of our presentation. Thank you so much.